Statesman Nation. Here with Lauren Abbas, senior women's soccer player from Adel, Iowa. Appreciate you coming in for a few minutes, Lauren. I know you guys already had practice, so you said the rest of the day is kind of chill.
Yes.
Just like fall break should be.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, nice little naps and just hanging out, and I'm sure the guys are playing PlayStation. The girls are, I don't know what you girls do during fall break. So sleeping, just more sleeping.
Exactly.
Big rest up for the Missouri Valley game tomorrow, right? Alrighty, well, we'll get right into talking about soccer, and then we'll talk about the nicknames and the favorite movies later on. But anyway, talk about your senior year. Heightened expectations for yourself. I'm sure you want to finish off strong, but you guys have several new players in the mix, as you always would. But talk about how the senior year is going, how you feel like you're progressing yourself, and just all of it in general.
Well, I thought we started off really strong with those 2 wins.
Right.
Having the new people, especially the transfers coming in with experience, was nice, so we were just able to jump in and practice. With freshmen, sometimes they're a little nervous.
Right.
If they get go. So far, senior year, I think has been going great. I know we've had a little bit of rough patches here and there. Hoping to end strong, too, with these harder conference games, kind of like how we beat AIB last year. I know that there's hope, and especially with the new girls, brought in a lot of talent. We're meshing really well. I believe it's just executing that on the field. Right.
And you seem to be in a bit of a different position. If I'm looking at the field differently, and obviously you throw in new players. I mean, Camilla's now in the back line. You are now playing more of kind of a wing or a center or a back wing, correct?
Yep, outside and forward.
Sure. So just kind of all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Wherever they need you. So,
Exactly.
As a senior, I'm sure, you probably maybe a little disappointed in that you're not playing a position you'd love to play, but understanding, as a mature upperclassman, that you throw yourself in wherever it's needed. So, talk about that and how, and your own leadership roles, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I know last year played mostly defense.
Right.
So coming back from that, I play outside mid. That's what I was recruited for. So it's nice to finally be able to play that position and start executing my role.
Sure.
So, being a leader for just my teammates and stuff, just show that getting playing time, it's where coach puts you. So just need to accept that and do your best in whatever position to help the team win. Yeah,
okay with getting subbed from time to time, so make sure the fresh bodies are out there when need be. With the new conference, you guys aren't playing, you still play Grandview, so you got that rivalry is intact. You've been able to play Mount Mercy and Clark, so having those old rivalries, keeping them going. But talk about playing new teams. Is that a big deal to you guys, or it's just a different team with a different jersey, but we don't care. It doesn't really matter.
I think for me, coming in this season and not playing the teams before and not really knowing how they play, what their playing style is, has been different. But I think it's been good to us just to adapt on the fly.
Sure.
And I know for years to come, people will know how we play as well, and what we're getting into.
Sure.
So we know how to prepare for Missouri Valley because we already played them last year. So that's nice to have. Yeah,
and I was about to get to that, but you segued right into it. Missouri Valley, that was a tough game last year, to say the least. Obviously, revenge is on the menu for tomorrow, hopefully, and obviously definitely playing a better game. But that's a tough team that you're going to face, as all of these hard teams are. What's the game plan, and how do you guys hope to execute it tomorrow night?
Well, this morning we were working on defensive stances, and so just working on that, making sure our defense doesn't fall apart underneath high pressure. Just making sure we're energetic, and winning those 50-50s is really important. So those are the 2 things we've been focusing on leading into this.
Going to be colder, no question about it. It's a 6 o'clock start, so the sun will be going down pretty soon thereafter. You're going a little bit farther south in the U.S., but only 3 hours, not going to make that much of a difference. So bundle up a little bit, right? And hopefully the wind doesn't whip too much. I don't know how the field is there.
It's a turf field. Don't remember much. I'm sure it'll be windy though.
Right. So. Yeah. Never as windy as out at Lacey though.
No, not quite.
Definitely. You guys have, like you said, a few games left. All of them are important because you're right there in a position to steal one of the last spots to make it into the conference tournament. What's the, I guess, talk, if any talk, about how important these last few games are? Are you guys hoping to, how do you want to say this? You're probably not trying to put too much pressure on yourselves, but you understand what position you're in right now, and that you need to finish strong and hopefully get one of those last spots to keep the season alive. So what's been the talk in the locker room?
Coach has made it important to us. Like, we realize the position we're in and what we need to do, and I think he's really leaving it up to us to show what we can do and play for ourselves, really. Right.
And put the onus on the seniors a little bit to step up and push you guys. Sure. Alrighty, well, we'll get right into the personalized stuff. You've had a chance. I was nice to you while we were waiting for the other video to upload. So you've had a chance to look at these questions, so it should be pretty easy for you.
Yeah.
Lauren Abbas, what's your nickname?
Just Abbas.
Okay.
For the most part, I mean, if you want to get personal, my mom calls me Lala sometimes.
Sure.
So.
And that's the stuff we want to hear. The real personal stuff. You spent some time at Iowa Central at first, then came over here to William Penn. So talk about why you chose William Penn.
Well, I signed on to play for Willie at Iowa Central, and then played underneath a different coach once he transferred here. So I really just followed Willie here.
Okay.
Really enjoyed the communication program and the MTC in general.
Right.
So those two things were a big impact in my decision.
Sure. You're majoring in the digital broadcasting area. Talk about your career aspirations as you're only got a few months left to finally, lock it all up and move on to the real world. But what are you planning on doing with that major? What are you hoping to do?
Well, I have a PR emphasis, and I've been working a lot with the social media with SGA, the student government. So looking to do a little bit more of the PR track in the future. Not exactly sure what or where, but
wherever it lands, right?
It'll be determined after soccer season.
Sure, exactly. If you could describe Coach McGowan in one word, what would it be?
He's pretty tactical when it comes to just practices and teaching us things. It's
a lot of the X's and O's, right? If you were a superhero or had superpowers, what would it be, or what would they be?
I'd really want to fly.
Okay.
That just seems very convenient.
Yes, get the 8L and back in just seconds. So there you go. People say you look like?
Ellen Page, and I believe we had this discussion earlier.
Ellen Page from Juno, and I can't think of the other movies that she's been in, but I agreed with that completely. Favorite food?
Dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
Yeah.
So you like it a little semi-sweet, huh? All right. Favorite movie?
I'd have to say Wolverine.
Okay. So the one, cause there's been so many of them, but the one that
mainly focuses on him. I forgot what
the one where he's fighting the Asian guys, the guy that was trying to take his power away. Okay, all right. I'm just trying to catch up because there's so many of the Wolverine ones that he's been in.
Anyone he's in for the most part.
There you go. So you like Wolverine / Hugh Jackman. Big Hugh Jackman fan, I'm guessing.
Yep.
All right. Favorite TV show?
Right now, I've been watching Parks and Rec, and that's definitely my favorite. Chris Pratt, all the way.
Yeah, big time. Goal in soccer?
Well, so far I think I've accomplished it. Being here at William Penn is just being a part of the team and doing my best in whatever position coach puts me in. Okay. So.
Currently listening to in your iPod or in your car?
A lot of Thomas Rhett.
Okay.
So.
Very cool. If you had $1 million, what would you buy?
I'd definitely buy a new car. Okay. Mine's putting out already,
there you go.
So.
Okay, well, beyond a new car, because, I guess you could get the most expensive car out there. I think you'd still have a couple dollars left. Any other plans?
I'd really want to travel. A lot of my teammates are from Australia, so I'd want to, visit there.
There you go.
Go up to Cali.
Sure.
See the world.
Yeah, you could burn up a few bucks on that for sure. Yeah. If you were not playing soccer, what sport would you play?
Well, I played basketball and ran cross country and track in high school, so I'd probably go back to basketball. Okay, cool. Favorite sports hero? Probably everyone on the U.S. women's soccer team right now.
That's easy answer, right? Yeah. Favorite sports team?
Still the women's U.S.
national
team.
There you go. That's cool. Very cool. All right. Person in history you'd most like to meet?
I have grandparents that came directly from Sweden, so I'd want to meet them. My mom and grandma talk about them all the time, but that'd be cool to actually meet them.
Yeah, definitely. And finally, didn't have it on the list, but I'm sure you've probably seen the videos. No, I'm going to ask here, but you're on the other side of the table here, recruiting, and you, I'm sure, done this over the past few years, but recruiting a student athlete. What do you tell them to bring them to William Penn?
Honestly, well, I worked in admissions over the summer
Sure,
too.
no,
So
then
giving,
you're all
giving,
about this.
Yeah,
you
giving tours and stuff. I'm going to emphasize the diversity.
Sure.
Because even at Iowa Central, the teammates I had weren't from nearly as many different places in such a small school.
Sure.
I don't even have to travel to Australia to get some of the culture. Even Brazil, some of the guys on the men's team, and even how different Cali is from here. So I'm definitely the diversity.
Sure, definitely. Talk briefly about the academic side too. Obviously, you really like the Digicom side of things. So.
Well, the program is just really well-rounded. Get a foot in radio, TV, and then PR and journalism.
Right.
So I feel like when I go out into the workplace, I'll be ready for whatever is out there for me.
There you go.
So.
Very cool. Well, Lauren Abbas, appreciate you sitting down for a few minutes. Always fun to catch up with all of our student athletes. She noticed that my office is way at the end of the hall, and she's like, nobody probably ever comes down to see you. And I'm like, that's actually okay. I get my socializing right here, so we've got it all covered, so it's pretty good. But yeah, I appreciate you coming in. 6 o'clock start for the Statesman down in Marshall, Missouri. So if you're in the area, definitely check out the Statesman, trying to knock off the Vikings, get another big win in the Heart. So, all right, thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yep.